It's a beautiful day to go truck and tractor pulling here at the Mac Trailer Show Me Showdown, presented by Summit Racing Equipment. We're at the Macon County Fairgrounds here in Macon, Missouri, and it's time to kick off the absolute best when it comes to truck and tractor pulling. The Superstock diesel trucks are ready to make some noise here, digging on all four corners. Of course, the smokers definitely put on a show, and the first one out of the gate is going to be Adam Witt, the caretaker. Boy, and he rolled that thing out of the box ready to make some noise. How about 365 and 66? Can't imagine he would turn that one down.
It looks so smooth, too. Adam Witt doing a great job filling in here for Chase Eller. Of course, working hand in hand with Patrick O'Brien at O'Brien Diesel Services to bring this machine to the track and do some upgrades over the course of the winter. So, new paint scheme. New metal under the hood there is a combination of a motor new to this season, and so showing that it's ready to play.
They finished second in the points back in 23, but a little bit deeper, fifth in the points 1 year ago with no podium, so it would be great for that team to kick off the season with a win. Of course, this field is stacked, some of the best, so we are far from the end. We'll see what they have to bring to the table. Up next, it's going to be a guy that only showed up at one hook last year, Terry Biggs and the Deadpool machine. And what did he do? Well, he won it, and Leslie's with him.
The Deadpool is making it look easy on the track, but Terry, you've actually put a lot of R&D into this new truck that you debuted last year at SHI.
Yeah, the old chassis, the old body, we got rid of that and just completely started over actually just after, I believe it was the middle of the season last 2 years ago. I left it in O'Brien's hands, said, hey, build me a truck, and this is what we came up with.
And it's worked so well. Did you ever think that you would come out to your very first event, win, and then continue that streak?
No, not at all. That was a complete shocker to us. I should have went and bought a lottery ticket that night.
That's true, and it's continuing, but you also said that it's not just dumb luck. It's not just like taking it out of the box and putting it on the track that you're R&Ding. What have you learned from some of those test passes and some of those other pulls that you've hit trying to figure out this truck?
I mean, the truck is really pretty smooth. I've had one bad ride with it this year, but other trucks had bad rides at that same event. So, you know, it's just try to stay consistent with it.
And how much of a learning curve has it been from you, from your old setup to this new one?
You know, it probably doesn't drive that much different, but the end result is much better.
And as Leslie indicated, he won at Lyons, Indiana, the last hook of 2024, and he won here 1 day ago. Boy, leaned on it about as hard as he could. Did not get off to the greatest start, but still pours the coal to it here and puts a distance of 3:22 and 83 on the board.
It starts about 50 feet where it starts to hop a little bit, gets it smoothed out by 150, but by then he's lost a little bit of that momentum out there. And that's the thing with these super stock diesel trucks. They are so volatile right off the line because you're building up all that boost and you're trying to get that engine started, and it wants to really bark those tires really hard off the line, but you've got to smooth it out so that they don't jump out of the ground and it just doesn't hop like that. So very, very difficult to drive. Takes a well-seasoned hand to do it, and sometimes even when you're seasoned, it's still really hard.
Well, here comes Kent Crowder in the SHI Diesel, and I got to tell you, for the past couple of years, they have just not been able to stop this guy. On the podium 1 day ago as well. The multi-time champ will come out here and throw a number on the board. How about 358 and 67? Jumps right up into a solid second place as it stands right now. Finished up third 1 day ago.
Can't say it enough just how patient he is. I know I feel like I say it every time that he runs, but that's what helps him lock those tires into the track and get those beautiful streams of dirt. Great shot here of seeing those ribbons of dirt just kicking back to the mud flaps of the sled back there, showing that he's getting good traction, good drive with those front tires, because remember, they need it. All four corners digging in, that front weight box helping the front sink in at the top end, and then of course the sled, when that box tops off, digging in those rears.
8 podiums and 8 hooks a year ago for the Scheid Diesel team. Incredible effort for sure to win that championship. As we continue on here, this is Tyler Witt with the American Pride. This team won the season opener a year ago at Osceola, and will click it here at 3:11.99, well short of what they'll need to get on the podium here.
And it looks like he split the tracks of the Scheid diesel truck to the right. And remember, that side of the track was a little bit wet on Friday, and so maybe still some of that moisture coming up over there. Maybe he could have split it to the left and had a little bit better result over there. So maybe not the track he was looking for, but definitely some violent hawks. Check out those divots left by the truck on all 4 corners getting put back in there by the rake. It just shows you how hard they're spinning it in.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't do a little bit better. Just missed the podium by 1 spot a day ago. Well, up next will be Justin Gearhart, driver of the cream of the crop, and Leslie spoke to him earlier.
Being able to have lots of throttle control is very, very important in the Superstock diesel truck class. And Justin, you said that the clutch was really giving you issues, so just out.
Yeah.
New clutch this year. How's it working out for you? Talk us through the differences.
Well, we didn't look all that great last night, but hopefully we'll be a little more comfortable. We went from a glide, just a centrifugal clutch, and we just put a traditional pedal in it, so it's all my control. So if it messes up, I can't blame the clutch anymore. It's just me.
So what are you hoping to gain from this on moving from that glide to a traditional clutch?
Just being smooth. We had a lot of issues last year with it falling on its face, trying to come out of the hole, the clutch coming on too quickly, and then it was overriding the pedal and just fought us too much. So we got rid of that and tried to simplify it a little bit.
What do you think the learning curve is going to be to figure out this new clutch?
Hopefully it's not very steep, because we have mental capacity is not really high right now with the rough spring, so hopefully it goes good. But we've changed the clutch, we changed our turbine housing to help the truck come out a little bit better. That's the whole goal, is to get it to launch a little bit better. And we've made a bunch of front end adjustments to try to help the other end of the track. So you change one thing, you got to change a bunch. We'll chase it for a little bit, but hopefully we can get it ironed out pretty quick.
Yeah, I would think it would really help out the drivability here inside of this truck and put it back in the driver's hands. But as you mentioned there, Leslie, great question. How long will it take to get used to that? We'll find out right now. And I think we have our answer. Didn't take very long at all. Man, he puts together a great effort right here. 3:59 and 39. That's good enough to jump up into second place, just ahead of Kent Crowder and the Scheid Diesel.
I was really surprised at how smooth he was. It was not this smooth on Friday, but this just looks like everybody else out there. But I love that he's taking accountability for it. Look, if my glide clutch is doing too much, then I want to be in control. I want to be the guy that says, nope, that was my fault. That was my left foot that came off too fast or too slow. And so it's really about control, and he's a super cerebral puller, you know, always thinking about his next move, always thinking, how can I get better? What little thing can I change? What can I monitor to adjust just a smidgen? And this is another great example of it. You know, I didn't go out here and take the lead and win the category. Look, it put him in the second spot up here, just above Kent Crowder.
Yeah, great effort there for Justin Gearhart. Of course, Adam White is going to take home the spoils here tonight. 365 and 66. What a great job there. Followed up by a tough cream of the crop, and Kent Crowder once again puts himself right in the mix.
With that first hook of the night, Adam, you know, sometimes that can be a little bit sketchy out there, but not for you guys in the caretaker. Man, that run was really smooth.
It was really smooth. I think first hook kind of helped a little bit more, but it was really smooth.
Did you think that you were going to leg it out there? I mean, I think you were kind of starting to run out of track.
Yeah, it was starting to run out, and I had a lot of big guns behind me, too, that I had to worry about. So luckily, we snuck this one out.
I think it was a little bit more than snuck out, but a beautiful pass out there tonight. Great job for your team, and you take home the belt, the king of the track here at Macon.
That's right. I can't thank the whole Chase Eller, Mark Eller family for letting me drive this thing, and Hart's Diesel, Patrick O'Brien, he's got the motor. He's a bad dude, so, and all the whole crew here. Can't thank them enough.